Some people can hear the truth and still refuse to change. This is a Bible teaching on why truth only changes people when they're willing to receive it. And honestly, this explains a lot about life because sometimes people think if I explain it better, they'll understand. If I love them harder, they'll change. If I keep talking, they'll finally hear me. But the truth is, people can hear truth clearly and still reject it internally. And that's difficult for a lot of people to accept because we naturally think understanding automatically creates change, but it doesn't. Gospel of Matthew 13:15 says, "For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing." Now listen carefully to that. It does not say they could not hear. It says their ears became dull. That means the issue was not always information. Sometimes the issue is the condition of the heart receiving it. And honestly, you see this in real life every day. Some people hear wisdom, but only listen emotionally. Some people hear correction, but immediately become defensive. Some people hear truth, but only filter it through pride, pain, ego, anger, offense, or stubbornness. And because of that, truth never fully enters. Now, this matters deeply because a lot of people are exhausting themselves trying to force understanding into people who are not open to receiving it. And that creates frustration, especially in relationships, especially in families, especially when you care deeply about someone. Because you keep thinking, if I can just explain this one more way. But understanding is not only intellectual, it's spiritual, emotional, internal. A person has to be willing to receive truth honestly. And sometimes people resist truth because truth requires change. Truth requires accountability. Truth requires humility. Truth requires people to admit something inside themselves needs work. And not everybody is ready for that. Now, this does not mean we stop speaking truth, but it does mean we stop believing we can control what people do with it. Because even Jesus taught truth, and people still rejected him. Now, apply that to your own life too, because this verse is not only about other people. Sometimes we hear truth, but resist it emotionally ourselves. Sometimes God is trying to correct us, slow us down, humble us, heal us, or redirect us, and we resist it because it feels uncomfortable. But growth usually begins the moment we stop fighting truth internally. And honestly, that changes everything. So maybe today, instead of asking, why won't people listen? Maybe the deeper question becomes, am I fully open to hearing truth myself? And that question right there can change a person's whole life.